What's going on, y'all? So I know this is a couple of days late because I was literally debating whether or not I was gonna do it. I just did not feel like watching it, and once I watched it, I was at work, as you can tell, and I'm sitting here like, what? Y'all, listen, I'm trying. But as you can see, the videos for this show is just becoming less and less and less on time. And it's actually not a conscious decision. When I record on Wednesdays, I come home and I do my what it is, and then I have I go and watch Sistas when it gets through, because by the time I finish with my what it is, Sistas is already on. So I have to go back and rewind. But ever since we had that big storm, them big storms that been coming through or whatever, I don't know, like my DVR ain't been recording the stuff the way that it needs to record. So I put stuff on record and it don't really record. So I have to make sure I go back and record it at the right time. And I know that it didn't record. So therefore it pushed me off a day because I was not about to stay up and watch this. Okay. And then yesterday, girl, what was yesterday? Yesterday I came home and I was cleaning up. Girl, I got company coming, my people coming, my parents coming. Well, my mama and my sisters, they coming this weekend. I'm about to have a time of my life. That's the only thing that I'm excited about, okay? But let's just get into it for a second. And this when I tell you it's not going to be long, it's not going to be long because this episode gave absolutely nothing. This, again, is Sistas Season 6, I Don't Know What. Danny and Preston, they back together. Simply put, okay? She came back home and he had his chesticles out. And he was like, I'm going to stay here for a couple of more days or whatever. And she was like, well, shoot, since you want to stay here for a couple of more days, you want to make this official? Because I want to try this again. And he was like, what? Okay, we could do that. Meanwhile, we get over there back to Gary and Andy. And mind you, at this point, Preston was about to take what's her name, Danny, out to dinner. I said, oh, y'all don't never go out to dinner, because Danny was really surprised. She was like, oh my God, what type of restaurant we going to? And that's when she got a call from Andy that said, come on over to the Karen house. And I said, what? I would have been mad, like, girl, you are messing up my thing, okay? I'm trying to get my stuff ate tonight. What are you doing? But anyway, speaking of Andy and Fatima having this little conversation. Girl, Fatima up there crying. I can't do it. Take this ring. I'm gonna give it back to him because I don't want to be with him. I said, girl, stop playing. Stop playing, okay? Because at the end of the day, you're still gonna be with him. And that's just what it is. And I understand she has her reservations and she feeling the way that she feels or whatever, but this is Tyler Perry. Anybody else probably would have been broke up with him, because ain't nobody got time to be going through this shit, to be trying to figure out whether or not you are with me, for me, or not, okay? But at the same time, I feel as though Fatima should have realized exactly what was going on. Meaning how Karen be acting. That's what I feel like she should have registered. And I already know the girl been acting psychotic this whole damn time, so obviously she's gonna still be acting the same freaking way. So moving on from that, Andy said just hold off, you know. And so Fatima said, no, girl, I got my mind made up. I'm finna go over there and I'm finna, you know, tell him it's over, it's done with. I said, use a lie. But then here come Gary. Because then Fatima said, speaking of people that can't let stuff go, don't come to me trying to get advice and then you're going to try to shade me at the same time. Even though what you said was correct, but don't try to shade me when you up here crying in my office, okay? Or in my conference room, I should say. But, so then Gary comes over there and basically was like, we need to talk. She was like, what we need to talk about? We're going to talk about the stuff that you said the night before. She was like, okay, what do we need to talk about? And how you didn't mean it. Oh, no, I absolutely meant that. You are honest sex, and that's just what it is. And he was like, you know what? Okay. Well, since you want to say that all I'm good for is sex and you're not really into me being in a relationship and all that stuff, I'm going to just let you know that your sex ain't good either. You're not the best that I had. Because, and see, he said, you're not the best that I had, and then you can't even give head right. All right. I be sitting there like, oh, my God, you're not doing it right. I'm waiting for this to be over. And I'm sitting here like, girl, If you fall for this and don't see that this is a tit for tat situation, because if it wasn't good, he would have been gone and he wouldn't. I said, Gary, you can pull that for somebody else that's not Eve, but if it wasn't good and you wouldn't be giving her all the stuff that you giving her. Okay, that head game and that boxing got her a freaking penthouse condominium, fully furnished, okay? And I mean fully furnished, wardrobe and everything. And a freaking Bentley, and jewelry, and clothes, and handbags. But it wasn't good. And you tripping out, okay? But hey, it is what it is. And he was like, that's fine, but I'll see you at your place at 8 o'clock. She said, what? No, this is not what's gonna happen. And so when they do that or whatever, they going back and forth, because he was like, listen, I know this turning you on. And she was like, girl, please. He said, listen, I know you. And you know what? He said, because Andy was like, I got a meeting. I'm not going to be back until 9:30. And he was like, that's fine. I'm going to see you at your crib at 9:30. I said, wait a minute. Now, when he said we realized that this is foreplay, because we realized and we already understand the dynamic that's going on between Andy and freaking Gary. We already get it at this point, so we're not surprised. But I'm going to tell you this. Now, if it was any other body, and if I actually liked them together and liked the dynamics of their relationship, that would have turned me on too. I said, don't play with me like that. Like, you going to tell me to do what? No, because, you gonna what? No. All right. That would have had me, okay? I ain't even gonna lie. It would have had me. We like to play games. So you got to play games in a relationship a little bit like that. That's the little foreplay for y'all. Sometimes you can't just get right to it. You gotta build it up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Get them all saucy before you dive in that thing. But anyway, I'm just sitting here like, girl, get up out of here. Get up out of here. Meanwhile, he go over there to Hayden. Hayden still over there with Tamara. Tamara talking about something. She finna go home and she finna cook him some dinner. Girl, Hayden, he gonna stay with that girl. And I feel like, I feel like at this point, Tamara really is a pro, because Gary, unless he lied to Hayden, he said he was going to get somebody else to look deeper into her background, because on the surface he couldn't find nothing. But then he got a folder and said, you know what? Ain't really nothing to be found about her. So, she on the up and up. She only had some little stuff that happened in high school. But other than that, she clean. And so, that's just what it is. And then he said, let me know if you see Robin. I said, you know what? Girl, we ain't seen Robin since last season. Did he pay the money? Did he lose the company? What happened? Is he back in London town? Like, we don't know what's going on with Robin. We ain't seen his lanky ass in a minute. Moving on from that, Maurice and Sabrina come over to Maurice and Calvin's house, basically to tell them about what happened with Q and this whole little conversation that she had. And Maurice was like, I don't know why you went over there. He ain't gonna do nothing. And that's exactly right. They keep going back and forth with this whole situation. I am so tired of it. I'm so tired of Maurice talking about how, he's going to get him off or, take him out of whatever meaning, take him out of life, and I'm just sitting here like, at this point, I would be so scared to say something like that in any surroundings that I am, especially in that apartment, because it could be bugged. You just never know. You just never know at this moment. And it's like, you can't trust stuff, but Maurice keep just mouthing off and all that stuff. And it's just really tiring and irritating at this point. And then he went over there to see Q, and of course Q got him another bitch that's, in the car with him. And of course trying to put him on blast. The way that lady drove off and Maurice was still on that car had me rolling. I ain't even gonna lie. That part made me laugh. But moving on from that, let's get to the nuts and bolts of this episode. Anyway, so we get Karen and Zach up in a coffee shop or whatever it is, and she want to let him know that that's the place that they first met and they had their first date and all this stuff and going down memory lane and all this or whatever. And I'm just like, girl, you look so pathetic. And at one point, it looked like Zach was giving in to her, but he really wasn't. I feel like at this point, we realized that he knew where she was going with it and was just trying to, let her get it out. And then, just drop the bomb like, girl, I don't love you the way that you think I love you. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. I'm with Fatima. It is what it is. Do you know this girl is gonna say, that's fine. But do she know that you gonna come over to my crib, I'm gonna leave the door open, and we gonna have some sex? I said, excuse me? Like, she dead ass just said that. We gonna have some sex, and I'm gonna leave the door open because you ain't got no key no more. I really hate the way that she talks, and I really hate the way that I just don't like her. And it makes me, I hate this for the actress, Ebony, because this one particular role and the way that Tyler has made her has made me just not like her in anything right about now. I don't want to see her in nothing. I mean, she was in a Wu-Tang series, but she was sparingly in there, you know what I'm saying? But she was okay, you know what I'm saying? She was more tolerable. I liked her on there, but baby, every time I look at her, she just make me mad. She evokes so much anger, like, God, you irritate me. You are pathetic. And then so Zach goes home and he finally have a conversation with Fatima, the conversation that he should have been had. And I'm just not understanding how come he just didn't realize and get the fact that everybody could see what they were seeing and see that you left your girl and you shouldn't have did that. And the fact that you still went over there to talk to Karen instead of just seeing what was up with Fatima and not understanding that maybe I need to go be with my boo, okay? And see if she okay, because she might be feeling some type of way. And so, of course, he had to convince her that, yes, I love Karen, but I'm not in love with that lady. I don't want her like that. I don't need her like that. I want you, only you. Karen told that man, I want you to come to my house. I want you to make love with me, to me. I want you to be inside me, and I want you on top of me. Baby, if we not in a relationship, don't tell me don't mess like that. And especially if we did have a little flirtation situation going on, don't tell me no stuff like that, because I do it. But in this situation, Karen, you looked a mess. I said, I know she ain't. I know she ain't. And yeah, she was. Meanwhile, Zach told, and this the one thing I have to give it to Zach. Zach do be telling Fatima everything that be going on with her. Everything that be happening with Karen and whatever she says. And he told her, she told me she want to make love to me. She want me to come over to the crib. The door gonna be open and all this stuff. And I told her no. And she was like, yeah, all right. He said, put that ring back on. And you want to know what got Fatima? Because Zach was talking in that soft, calm voice. He was wooing her. Okay, he was trying to entrance her, you know what I'm saying? And it worked, because bitch, it would have worked for me too. I'm just being honest. I'm like, because I pulled that too. Yeah. Knowing I'm dead ass wrong, let me just talk to you calmly, okay? Let me just talk to you calmly. Let me put that sexy on or whatever. And then it just calm you down. Lower your defenses, and I'm in that thing. You what? In it. Moving on from that, girl, Andy then called the girls over there at Karen house, and Karen up there like, what is y'all doing here? Because I'm supposed to be having sex with Zach. Girl, Fatima walked in there and was like, you gonna do what? Now, see, on the preview for next week, baby, the way that Karen got so mad at Fatima, and I don't give a damn if she was up in your place or not, you up here encroaching on her territory with her man, and you doing it on purpose. Because at this point, it's getting beyond ridiculous, because, like, Fatima did nothing to you. Fatima didn't even take your man. You let your man go, okay? And Zach is no longer her man. And she put it out there finally. She don't want Mr. Preacher Man. She never was in love with Mr. Preacher Man. And he can't take it. He can't take it. When Sabrina walk up on him next week and he gonna be drunk, he was like, oh my God, these women, these relationships are causing y'all to go just to hell at this point. Y'all are wreaking havoc on y'all own lives for people that ain't even worth it. Okay? Like, I look at Ebony, I mean, not Ebony, but Karen. I'm not talking about the actual person. I'm talking about the character. After looking at all of the stuff that she doing, girl, that one make me wanna. I have to leave too. But anyway, that was Sisters. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. I did the best I could, and I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all later on tonight. I gotta get these videos out tonight because I ain't doing nothing tomorrow. Y'all already know. Y'all, I'm so excited. I am so excited. Anyway, let me get off here. I'll see y'all later. Peace.